killing more than a century ago. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 1. I'm Glen Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. The marches mark the 102 years since the Armenian community says their members were targeted in mass killings.
Governor Jerry Brown issued a proclamation that today is a day of remembrance. Hundreds of people gathering in Hollywood this morning to take part in the Unified Young Armenians March for Justice.
And looking live now from Sky 5 at Western and Hollywood Boulevard, where several dignitaries took the stage following the youth march. This crowd is expected to merge with another march that begins at Pan Pacific Park. KTLA's Ellina Abovian is on the ground there with more on all of today's events. Ellina?
Hey there, guys. Well, this march has yet to start, but you can see behind us right now, this is the gathering site for tens of thousands of Armenians just waiting to get started. They plan to march to the Turkish consulate, and we have seen people getting off buses all morning from all over Southern California. This group will soon start marching. This is a worldwide call to action to the Turkish government, and this is just one of two marches happening today in LA. One earlier hosted by the Unified Young Armenians is taking place in Hollywood. Mayor Eric Garcetti and Congressman Adam Schiff expected to speak. Tens of thousands of Armenian Americans take to the streets every year. This is the 102nd commemoration of the genocide. Many people are direct descendants of survivors, according to activists and historians. The purpose of the genocide in 1915 was to erase the Armenian population. This started in 1915, April 24. In Anatolia, Turkey, a nationalist group known as the Young Turks began rounding up Armenian intellectuals for the purpose of execution. The group saw Christian Armenians living in Turkey at the time as a threat. Many historians believing Adolf Hitler modeled the Holocaust based on what happened to the Armenian people. The Turkish government refuses to call this a genocide, but rather casualties of World War I, saying that their own citizens also died during this time, in addition, along with 1.5 million Armenians. 2 years ago, Pope Francis referred to the killings as genocide. Germany, France, and Greece joining the long list of countries that have also made this recognition. Now, as for President Donald Trump, he released a statement earlier today saying that he is joining Armenians worldwide in mourning, but would not use the word genocide. That is the operative word here for Armenians. Without it, they say they cannot hold the Turkish government responsible. Their hope is to eventually seek retribution for their ancestors. And back out here live, today's plan is to march south on 3rd Street through Fairfax and then south on Wilshire to the Turkish consulate. You should expect full street closures, and we will have much more of this march coming up at 3 and 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live in the Fairfax district, I'm Ellina Abovian. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ellina. And as the march